Pardon me, Morty Vicar. Hey YouTube, Xfile2708 here, and as you can see from the title, this is my 500 subs Q&A. I managed to break 500 subs, I think it was Friday evening, but having my two eldest stay with me over the weekend, this is the first opportunity that I've had to do the response video for the Q&A. So many thanks to everybody that put some questions to me. For those of you that saw the thread where I was asking to post questions, you'll see there was absolutely tons of them. I think when I counted them up this morning, there was close to 125 questions. So I think this is going to be in several parts. So I've come prepared, guys, as in honour of my good friend Snaztastic. I got myself a nice big mug of tea, and it's Yorkshire tea, if anybody's interested. My favourite cup of tea. And yeah, I thought I'd settle down here for half an hour or so, because I've only got a small memory card, so I'm going to have to go and upload this after a couple of parts and then come back down and do some more. So without further ado, guys, let's get on with the questions. And once again, thanks very much to all my subscribers since I started the channel. Your support's been very much appreciated. I've made a lot of friends along the way, and long may it continue. So thanks very much, guys, and let's go on with the Q&A. Right, here we go then, guys. So first set of questions from a good friend Barry, Ready03. I've tried to keep these in order that they were asked, but YouTube's commenting system seems to be all to pot at the moment, so apologies if the questions are out of order, guys, but hopefully I'll be able to answer everybody's questions, and if I do miss any questions, then it's not something deliberate. Drop me a PM and I'll do a separate video for you. So yeah, first of all, Barry, Ready03, first question. I see a few gamers on YouTube have arcade cabinets. Have you ever thought about getting one? Yes, I have thought about getting one, and funnily enough, it was only about a week and a half ago that I very nearly brought one. My good friend S. Scott recommended a shop in Shildon in County Durham, where I got a nice haul of about 14 Mega Drive games. You'll have probably seen the pickups video for it. And in the shop they were selling a Lethal Enforcers arcade cabinet. Now I'm a big fan of the light gun games. So Lethal Enforcers, you know, being a good title that was converted onto the Mega Drive, was a great arcade game, a lot of fun. And this shop in Shildon was selling it for £100 with free delivery. So now I've got a nice big games room. I'm seriously considering trying to save the money and get hold of it. So watch this space, guys. I may well end up with a Lethal Enforcers cab if I can afford it. But if not, later on down the line, if I had the room, this is a rented property where we're in, so it's always dangerous buying, you know, big things. So you know, it would be something that potentially I'd have to sell if we ended up not living here anymore and moving into a smaller property. Heaven forbid. But yeah, something like the Lethal Enforcers cab would be nice, or a House of the Dead cab, that would be pretty cool. Or back in the day, I remember playing a lot on Buggy Boy. That was an amazing little racer, which I think was converted onto a few other consoles, including the Amiga, which I remember playing it on. And the other cab which I'd love really for memories is a Double Dragon one. Me and my brother always used to be down the local chip shop, and our local chip shop had a Double Dragon cab, and with the guy at the chip shop taking absolutely bloody ages to prepare the food, we were always down there, you know, playing the Double Dragon arcade for you know, until all the food was cooked. So normally it was a good half an hour putting 10 pences into the machine to play Double Dragon. And it was a great two-player game, and you know, we wasted a hell of a lot of money on it. And you know, for me to be able to reminisce playing that game again would be absolutely fantastic as an arcade cabinet. So in short, yes, I would like an arcade cab if funds and space permit. Next one, really, I've just answered that. It's if money was no object, which arcade cabinet would you get? So, you know, like I say, if money was no object, you know, if I'd won the lottery, I'd buy a nice big mansion, have a massive cellar, and convert the whole of the cellar into a games room. So, for those of you that saw the YouTube clips or the photos of Michael Jackson's game room with all his arcade cabinets and, you know, games and all that sort of thing down there, that's the sort of setup I'd have. So I'd have arcade cabinets, pool tables, table tennis tables, dartboards. It'd be a proper bloke's games room. So, you know, if money was no object, then yes, I'd definitely have something like that. And the last question from Barry: if you could be any profession in the world, what would you choose to be? Doctor, footballer, etc. I've always been a massive football fan. Been a Leeds United supporter probably for the last, blimey, how long now? Probably 23, 24 years now. They were the first team that I was ever taken to see play, you know, play live. And I brought the scarf outside the ground, and I've been a Leeds fan ever since. So, you know, I've seen a few highs with the club, and I've seen a hell of a lot of lows, unfortunately. But yeah, if I could be any profession in the world, I'd love to be a football manager. Not that I've ever played football, of course, because of my disability, but you know, I do like to analyse the game, and you know, I think it's probably every kid's dream that's into football to become a successful football manager. So, first of all, I'll be a football manager, and secondly, if it was a sensible profession that I had to choose rather than just something, you know, fantasy-wise like a football manager, then I'd like to be a photographer. Massive fan of photography. Love taking pictures of the boys when they come to stay over the weekend, and you know, seeing the kids growing up and stuff like that. So, you know, I've always enjoyed photography. Never really been able to afford all of the, you know, the top of the range camera gear, but I'll take a good picture. So, you know, that'd be another option. I'd like to run my own business as a photographer, if you know, if funds permitted and my disability permitted. So there we go. So thanks very much to Barry. That's the first set of questions done. Next one is from Nate Great 321. Thanks very much for your question, matey. And he asks, what's your favourite underrated system? Nice easy one for me, this one, guys. It's the Amstrad 464. The Amstrad 464 was a console that I had as a kid. Had it when it first came out. I think my dad brought it me for, it was either my birthday or Christmas one year from W.H. Smith's, and all of my friends had got the Commodore 64 or the Spectrum 128. And you know, so I was sort of like the odd one out really with the Amstrad, but I loved the Amstrad to bits. Everybody today, or the majority of people, still slate it as a, you know, as an awful system. But for me, I've got so many memories of that as a kid, playing all of the Dizzy games and games like Gryzor and Harrier Attack, Renegade, all those sorts of games. I absolutely loved as a kid, and it did take me a long time to manage to track one down in the condition that I wanted for my retro collection. So yeah, for me, Amstrad 464. Let me just have a slurp of tea, guys. How are we doing for time? Okay, I think we're about 9 minutes in. So what we'll do, guys, is we'll pause it there, and then we'll get into the next set of questions in part 2.